welcome everyone. Let's get racing underway. Not quite the best shot there, is it? All right. Good luck to all the competitors. And we will do our best to cover the race live. Of course, we will be also running the safety car here, so if that happens, you will see that live. So a little bit of a live race control thing. So and they're off. And it looks like there's been a slow start from Craig there. Looks like he may have missed a gear there or something, or I'm not 100% sure what's happened, but Nathan Huppets has stormed away with the lead. The tanked SRT boys followed closely behind. Telford into fourth position here, so looks like he took advantage of that, and there has been a bit of an incident here with looks like Thomas and Chris Barnes, unfortunately. I'll go back to the chaos here. A few lock brakes there, Mitch Brown comes out in front, and oh
man, really?
Thomas Bryden unfortunately has a bit of a moment there and takes out Jacques Swampool. Very unfortunate incident. It happens, but it looks like Telford's going to try and work his way back through the field.
What happened to this track?
Looks like everyone's struggling here a little bit. Not quite sure what the issue is, but yeah, all of the weather settings are on carryover, so they don't change, unfortunately. So Telford's worked his way back up the field a little bit there, so great to see that he's still fighting fit. Rob Bowden in P2 there. Comfortable gap back to Sean, Mitch, Craig and Scott. A little bit of a gaggle there. 2 Corvettes, 2 Porsches. Let's zoom out a little bit, try and get a little bit more action here. So looks like he's covered the inside there. I didn't want you to change there, but that's okay. Sean's covered the inside. Mitch gets a pretty good run there. Great racing in the mid pack here, so really fantastic to see. Looks like Thomas Bryden's in the pits. Chris Barnes makes a move on Stephen Diwali and the VIP Ferrari. We'll go back to the battle for the podium here. Looks like Sean's got a little bit of a gap on Mitch Brown here, so he's looking capitalizing on that. Looks like Rob's run a little bit wide there. Telford hunting down the other Ford GT in the pack. Does look like he's picked up a little bit of damage from, I believe that was the start, so that will impede him a little bit. The Ford GT is looking a little bit sad, but it doesn't seem to be affecting his lap times too dramatically. So, and Craig Edwards goes through on Mitch Brown there. Mitch won't be happy about that, and he'll be fighting for that position back. Having raced with Mitch a lot, he's quite a good racer, and he definitely doesn't like when people get past him, so he'll be fighting till the end for that. Looks like Thomas has got a really good run on Matthew Broom here. Can he make it work into turn one? Or is he going to sit there and maybe save some fuel? That's a good strategy. That could work out for him in the long run. Craig Edwards hunting down Sean Anton now. Looks like Nathan Huppat's got a 5-second lead on Rob Bowden, so that's going to be a tough one to try and change. And Telford goes through on Matt Broom. Telford's going to keep his eye on Pete Edwards here and see if he can slowly make his way up to this pack of about 4 cars here. So we've got from Sean back to Craig Edwards, Mitch Brown, Scott, Pete. The mid pack is a fiery pit of competition at the moment. Does look like that Corvette is struggling a little bit with getting the power down. It could just be just aggressive driving, but it does struggle a little bit on corner exit oversteer. So yeah, Chris Barnes looking to make a move on Dean Hunt here. Let's see if he can. It does look like he's got a bit of a run. He's definitely got the draft there, so a couple extra kilometers. It does close the gap a little bit, so that's going to be one to watch. And Dean Hunt goes wide. Chris will take that position. That puts him into the points now, so great spot for him to be. Let's go back to Tommy Bryden here. Looks like he's fitted for his fast repair, so he's back into it. And it looks like Craig has gone past Sean there, so I'm not quite sure what happened. Maybe Sean outbraked himself. He has, so Craig capitalized on that and went straight through. So this will be a hot one to watch here. The 2 Corvettes battling it out. Mitch trying to capitalize on what happened there in that last corner. Looks like Telford can't quite close the gap just yet, so it's going to be an interesting battle. Oh no, Scott Stevens, nope, nothing happened. He must have just dropped out a little bit there. That's alright. Pete Edwards looking to get past him too, so good to see kind of a race of Scott Stevens is here. His first night here at AgTech. And Stephen Thompson, who's that went off? Stephen Diwali has gone off there, and looks like he's just got himself out of the kitty litter there. And looks like Telford's coming into the pits, so early pit stop strategy for Hinton. Let's see if that pays off. I'm not sure how that will work for him, but good to see the new rules being played with a little bit here. So as of season 5, we have 100% fuel capacity. In previous seasons, we only had, so every car started with 50% fuel, and they were only allowed to fill up back to that 50%. So that gave a pretty specific window to when the cars could fill up. But now that we've introduced the 100% fuel, it means that pretty much any lap after, I think lap 2 when the pit lane opens, you can pit and get yourself fueled up for the end of the race. Of course, that does leave you a little bit of a problem if you need to use your fast repair. That means you'll need to go down pit lane again. So it looks like Telford has used his fast repair there, so he was obviously struggling with a little bit with lap times there, so he's got himself fixed up and back into the fight. Go back to your leader here. Goes into turn 1 with a comfortable 6.6 second lead. He'll just be looking to cruise through and not make any mistakes here. So looks like Pete Edwards is going into the pits. So another early pit stop strategy. Let's see if this works out for him, as most people go past him. Rob Bowden with a pretty comfortable gap back to Craig Edwards there, about 2.7 seconds. Rob up 2 positions, so started P4. And looks like it's getting pretty dicey with the Corvettes. I do love the look of these Corvettes. They're such great cars. And the Moonraker design on that just makes it so unique. It's fantastic. Look back further in the field, we've got Matthew Broome just coming onto the straight now with Chris Barnes hunting him down. Matthew Broome is up. He is up 5 positions from the start. Fantastic to see. Same as Dean Hunt, he's also up 5 positions. Dean Hunt in the Down Under Sim Sports. And it looks like Chris Barnes goes through on Matthew Broome, who's had a little bit of an off there at turn 2. Sorry, turn 3 technically. Not that I would call turn 2 a turn, but that's really unfortunate. So Jacques goes into the pits here. He'll be looking to probably use his fast repair. Hoping that still keeps him in the race. Unfortunately, he did have a bit of an accident on turn 1 there. So, turn 2. Looks like Thomas Bryden will try and get out in front of him here. It'll be a close one. I think Thomas only came in and did his fast repair and hasn't filled up to the end of the race. So that's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. So comfortable gap for your leader here, Nathan Huppert's. An 8.1 second lead. The man is an absolute wizard when it comes to Ferrari. Speaking of wizards, Rob Bowden also another fantastic driver. Let's see what he tries to pull out here, because you know that his strategy will be the long con. He does like to surprise us all with slightly different strategies. He's quite remarkable at fuel saving, so there could be a little bit of fuel saving going on here. Who knows? But yeah, then we've got Craig Edwards behind him, who's slowly taking some time out of Rob, but he's just working his way back up after the slightly unfortunate start that he had. So Mitch and Sean here are looking pretty settled. I think Mitch will probably do best to stay in the tow for a little bit and possibly save some fuel, and then hopefully get out in front. So it looks like pit stop time, we're looking at about 44 seconds in the lane from end to end, and that includes the around about 13-second pit stop as well. So we all know that the Ferrari does go a little bit longer. It's just a little bit better on fuel than all the other cars, but yeah, I would assume that probably around maybe lap 12, 13, 14 might be an optimal time to come into pit, but we'll see how that pans out. This is a close battle here. And it looks like he's just going to tuck in nicely behind him. Try not to get too much of that dirty air through turn one. Craig is now under a second to Rob Bowden, so he'll be looking to capitalize on that for sure. Ooh, as he runs a little bit wide there. It's easy to do that spot in the track for sure. And it looks like Sean's gone off here. That's really unfortunate. So that slips him back to P7. Mitch now in P4 with a comfortable gap to Scott Stevens, who is P5. But Mitch is not that far off Craig Edwards. He's just up the road there. Still very possible for him to catch him. Craig slowly eating the way of the time here. Now only 0.7 seconds off of Rob. It'll be interesting to see how he plays here. Will he stay in the draft, or will he try and commit to a move before the pit stop? So it's anyone's game at the moment. Thomas Telford's sitting in 11th spot, but he's still putting in 2-minute laps. His last lap was a 2-minute flat. So looks like Sean is now coming into the pits. So that's obviously changed his strategy a little bit. He was obviously fighting for 4th position, but now he's looking at not quite being there. So like Telford will go past him, having already done his pit stop. So let's see how this pit stop goes. Pete Edwards goes past as well. Looks like Stephen Thomas is coming in the pits behind him, so slightly slower pit stop from what I can see. Oh, that's funny. I think timing's a little bit off there, so it looks like it was about a 45-second stop. So see what Stephen Thomas comes out with, a 44.2 with a 13-second stop. So that's a pretty good stop. It's not quite as good as some of the other cars. People have done a 12.9, so not too bad there, not too bad. There is a good chance that Thomas Bryden actually has filled up with his allotted fuel. Unfortunately, the timing's just a little bit off, so timing screens. So we'll see how that plays out as we get further down the track. Craig just sitting comfortably there in third position. He may want to just sit here and not quite go for P2, but as a real racer, you definitely want to be fighting for that. So, and Thomas Bryden's gone off here. I was just about to look. He was catching Jack Swainpool there, so that's a real unfortunate mishap there. Let's see what happened. Just looks like he's grabbed a little bit of the grass on there and just nudges the wall. It's very unfortunate. He was getting quite close, so Jacques making his way back up the field after having an early mishap. He's probably going to make a move on Stephen here. They've both pitted, so they're ready to go till the end. So we'll see how this goes. I assume that both of them have got enough fuel and that it will be on for young and old for these next sort of 12 laps. He pulls out early and goes past. So looks like Stephen may have just let him have that one. Although he's coming back there in the draft. Down Under SimSports team seems to be doing quite well this season. We have a look at the championship standings. We can see that they're sitting in P5 in the team championship, Dean in P8 and Jack in P9. So not too bad for those two. And Jack's looking like he'll probably make a move on Stephen Diwali in the VIP Ferrari. Interested to see how this goes here. Is he going to let it happen or is he going to fight? Jack's definitely pushing here, so he'll be looking to make a move shortly. And he goes down the inside, and Stephen Diwali unfortunately goes a little bit wide, so Stephen Thomas is going to make a little bit of a capitalize on that situation as well. Great move by Jack there. All right, let's have a quick chat with Thomas Bryden. Hey mate, what's going on?
Oh, you know, shit and stuff.
Standard stuff, mate.
Race.
Yeah.
Tough one.
Yeah. Well, I won't keep you too long, but what happened there, mate? What happened?
Oh, man, the same thing. Just the car's getting a bit looser. I don't think I've had the opportunity to do this amount of laps on one set of tyres, and I've seen the guys up ahead and probably focused on them for a little split second and not exactly where I was braking, and that's all it took. I just tipped the wheel off, and that was it.
Yeah. Got a little bit of caught a little bit of this sand, I think, there, and then unfortunately hit the wall.
Yeah. You know, and it's been a bit of a recovery drive the whole way through, so it's a bit frustrating when you're trying to make ground back up and you have little mistakes like that, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think old mate's struggling just as much as I am here, to be honest. He's had a few offs and he's coming back to me again, so it'd be nice just to actually race somebody. I mean, we're not really there for many points or anything like that at the moment, but just for a bit of enjoyment, it'd be good to get to actually have a bit of a race.
Yeah, no, I get that, mate.
The start was unfortunate though.
Yeah, cold tyres and
Oh, not to mention I tried to leave the line in neutral. That didn't help.
You tried to what? Sorry.
I tried to leave the line in neutral.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. Yeah.
So we were all over the place, and it just got me out of sorts, really, to be honest. And then, going back to first was just that was just silly, to be honest. I went back to first because the corner speed was so much slower, and just as I picked up the throttle, it just cold tyres got a slide.
Yep. It happens. It happens.
Sure does.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll let you get back to it, mate.
All right. Thanks, man.
All right. Bye. Well, you heard it there first. Unfortunate couple of laps there for Tommy Bryden. I think he's parked it. I think that might be it for Tommy Bryden. If he's talking, I can't hear him. Looks like Scott Stevens coming into the pits, Craig Edwards, and Rob Bowden as well. So let's see how this pans out. Rob Bowden jumps out in front there with a very short pit stop, so he has definitely saved some fuel. That was the shortest pit stop we've seen. But Telford has grabbed a few positions there. That's really nice for him. Mitch Brown jumps out in front of Scott Stevens. But what a fantastic pit by Rob Bowden there. That's put him in a really good position now. To possibly even jump Nathan as well. I'm going to assume that Nathan's going to come in on any lap here, so let's keep an eye on that. Looks like Craig goes past Matthew Broom. Is this the lap that he pits? It is. So this is going to be interesting to see here. Does he have a pretty good pit entry? It's relatively conservative. Let's see what happens here. So got Rob here coming up towards turn 12. With Dean Hunt, who's yet to pit, so he's actually got a few Ferraris in front of him that are yet to pit, so see what happens here. So Nathan is stopped now. He will be exiting the pits at any minute here, so let's see how this turns out. And here comes Rob, and it looks like he's just going to get out in front of him. what a strategy by Rob there. He's done a really great job. I have no idea how he does it, but he's incredible. From being about 8 seconds down, he's jumped crazy in front. That's fantastic driving from Rob there. The man is an absolute wizard. So this will be a hot battle to the end here. I wonder if Rob needs to save more fuel. We will see. Craig also sitting around about the same position he was prior to the pit stop, maybe just a fraction further back. Looks like Sean's coming into the pits again. I think, is that his second time in the pits? Yeah, it is. Bit of a shame there. And some lap traffic unfortunately has caused the lead to change there. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Let's go back a little bit. So,
Through coming through, Stephen.
not quite sure what happened there. Oh, Rob's actually had a bit of an off, and that's caused the lead to change. So, very interesting. So, Rob will be hot on his tail now. The battle for the lead is heating up after the pit stops. Fantastic battle at the front here, which is always great to see. Looks like Thomas Bryden's coming into the pits. He might be parking it. Chris Barnes, Scott Stevens, heated battle here as well. And he's going to make a move into turn one here. Can he get it done? Both hard on the brakes. Ooh. And he just gets it done. Scott wasn't happy about that, so we'll see how that pans out. Back to the battle for the lead. All right, we're going to get Thomas Bryden in here. It looks like he's parked the car, so... hello, mate.
Hey, mate.
So you've parked it up?
Oh.
You've parked it up.
Yep. That was another scene. I just not happening, just not there. And to be honest, if this was a real race, I probably actually would have died 3 times over. So,
time to call it quits. Yeah.
That's it. There's no point in me ruling anybody else's race out there today. It's not happening. So.
Yep. No, that's fair enough. Well, it's a fantastic battle for the lead. So.
Yeah, it's looking amazing. I'm just trying to bring it all up now so I can actually have a bit of a gander at who's where and what's going on, because I've been so far back, I have no idea. So you got Nathan getting a lot of pressure from Rob and Craig by the looks of it.
Yeah, so to give you a bit of an update, what's happened is Rob was about 8 seconds behind Nathan before the pit stop, and I don't know how he did it, but Rob saved enough fuel to jump him in the pit stop. So Rob was out in front and then had a little bit of a moment, and now all three of them are battling nice and close, so it's great.
Interesting. Yeah, look, I mean, we've seen it many times before. Rob is an absolute demon when it comes to strategy and saving fuel and being able to do that. I mean, how many times have we seen that in the last few seasons where he's just jumped multiple people with his pit stops and his strategies? I think going all the way back to Spa, he did that to take the lead.
Yep, it's fantastic stuff. He's such a great fuel saver. I just don't know how he does it. He's a bit of a wizard.
I think he's just, if you watch his style, he's just ridiculously smooth. I mean, it's very rare that he sort of puts the wheel wrong. I mean, obviously he's made a mistake, as you mentioned, but just in the way that he drives, he's very smooth. And I reckon you'll find that he actually lifts a lot, especially in the slipstream of another car like this. I would say he would have been lifting early. It's just being really, really smooth. There's an art to it. I honestly believe there's a full art to saving fuel.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
My thing's only showing me top 5. Mitch is having a good one as well, actually. He's gotten himself right up there.
Yeah, he's done well. He was having a good battle with Sean, who's the other Corvette driver, but unfortunately Sean had a bit of an off, and yeah, the mid pack was quite a strong battle there. So he's doing all right.
Yeah, interesting. It's actually funny. Mitch and Telford last night late in practice were just literally towing each other back around, playing with each other, and sort of doing race runs together. So it's funny how they've found themselves on track. One in front, one behind. It's just, I'm sure Mitch wishes it was a little bit closer though. It's a little bit off the back there.
I'll tell you what though, Telford's had a really good comeback. He had an off, I think, in turn 2 on the first lap, and then, well, actually off the start, I think Craig either did what you did and had it in neutral, and I think Telford ran straight into the back of him. So, and then went off at turn 2. So he's had a big recovery drive. He was in dead last position, and now he's in 4th and only 2.5 seconds off podium. So
yeah, that's well, seen it from him before. I get red mist and he just puts his head down.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see some of his overtaking manoeuvres in that way through, or whether he's done a bit of it for the pits. 'Cause that's a lot of ground to make up.
Yeah, look, he definitely, it's a bit of a battle here for Rob and Craig. Craig's gone through on him, and then Rob has taken the position back. But yeah, Thomas definitely put his head down early on.
He's going to the inside. This is getting a little bit spicy, I reckon.
Yeah, it's getting a bit spicy, so.
It's definitely... that's a big balls move to hold that. There we go.
I think you might be a little bit behind, but yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting disappointed.
No, that's all right. It's good. But yeah, no, Thomas here definitely put his head down early, and definitely picked up a few low-hanging fruits, if you will, and then came in, really good pit stop, got his fast repair out, and then put in some really good laps. Like, he was smashing the lap times. He has been doing consistent 2-minute flats pretty much the whole race. So it adds up. It adds up.
Yeah. And you look at the time that Nathan's been setting, and then now you look at these guys having to do the battle. They're definitely losing some time on Nathan here. This is probably working out perfect for him.
Yeah.
And I think Craig is sort of seeing that. I think that's why he's getting so anxious, I guess, to get past.
Yeah.
You can definitely see that's happening. And also the fact that he knows he's got pressure a little bit. Like, there's a little bit of pressure still there.
Yeah, absolutely.
From Telford, like you look at his lap time, like he's doing flat 2 minutes as well.
Telford's the fastest on the track as of last lap. So yeah, he's definitely one to watch for sure.
Yeah, I don't think Craig's going to want to stay where he is for much longer. Otherwise, he'll have that Ford all over the back of him.
Yeah, well, he's already taken... He was 2.5 seconds when we started this conversation about him. That was a lap ago. And now he's 1.5 seconds behind him, so...
Yeah, that little battle really didn't go very well there for Craig. I mean, realistically, he just lost time and sort of invited Telford a little bit into it, so...
Yeah.
I reckon we're on for a pretty serious battle for the last 2 positions on the podium here. I feel like Nathan's got this though. I mean, he just needs to keep this clean.
Keep his head down. I think he'll be fine. But yeah, he did get a little bit lucky, I think, and Rob a little bit unfortunate as well. So yeah, but I still can't believe the strategy from Rob is just crazy. He was so far behind before the pit stop, and then had the quickest pit stop time, and also Craig goes down the inside of Rob there. And Rob's all over the tail of the Porsche coming onto the straight. Is he going to have a little bit more top line speed here? And side by side going down into turn 1.
This is a risky one.
Yep.
Or
Just gets it done.
Rob definitely had to give it a little bit of room there.
Yep.
I mean, this is perfect. This is just what Telford wants to see, to be honest. I mean,
Yep.
he'll be licking his lips for this. He'll be loving it.
Yep. Absolutely.
Every time these guys try and get around each other, and the problem.
Yep.
Meanwhile, you know, the gap now, Nathan's pulling out. He's almost 3 seconds ahead now.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely killing it. There's a few other little battles going on. I mean, Scott and Chris seem to be a little bit close. Not like on each other's bumpers, but there's definitely some stuff happening back there.
Yeah, and also we look at Jacques and Matthew. Jacques only about a second behind Matthew, and Jacques gets into that P10 position. That would mean that he's in the points. So.
Yep.
Which is great for his team. That would be 9 and 10 for Down Under Sim Sports. So great stuff.
Yeah, and considering he's definitely had a rough night. He's a bit like me. He's found the gravel a few times. I think he's on the receiving end of my little oops today at the start. So
yeah.
He's definitely trying to recover something.
Yep. And it looks like Telford's now within half a second. So
he's on it. We're going to get some fireworks. Exciting stuff about to happen.
Only got about 2 laps to go, and all 3 of them will have the draft here. So.
Yep. Rob was a bit loose through there as well. He was getting a bit of a slide happening.
Yeah, he's definitely feeling the pressure, I think. So.
Uncharacteristically loose.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any much track that he could use. Yeah. I mean, Nathan be looking in his mirrors, just going, "How good is this?"
Yeah. And look, Telford's right there now.
Yeah, I'm looking at this, and it'll be interesting to see how Telford goes. You know, in previous seasons, he's struggled a little bit sometimes when the pressure's there, but you know that made a little bit of a oopsie daisies. But I feel now with this season and how close everybody is, you haven't seen that much. I mean, that was really the first, second, and a little bit in the third season. Sometimes he got out front, he was his own worst enemy. But these days, like
he just puts in the time, and he's he's got it there. Yeah.
I think Rob is definitely feeling the pressure. You can see
he's making some mistakes there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely moving around a little bit.
It looks like
Telford's way off on the dirt.
He manages to hold on to it.
Oh, is that all of them on the dirt again? So I think a little bit of that sign I was just talking about with Telford. He gets there and he puts the pressure on himself a little bit. I guess.
Yeah.
Rob, I'm pretty impressed. I might actually put my money on Craig here, to be honest. I think he's handling the pressure of the situation the best.
Yeah. Yep. It looks like he's going to try and make a move here.
Oh, that's the... How did he pull that up and keep that on line?
Just
stuff that is.
More talent than you and I, mate, that's for sure. That's why we're sitting in the commentators box.
That's it. Well, my car's in pit lane. Too true. No, he's definitely... was he racing the Porsche last year? Has he done most of his season? Or
Who's that? Craig?
Craig.
I believe so. I believe he was in the Porsche last year. I can't remember though. I'd need to double check.
So if we're looking at this, these guys, these are their cars. These are the ones they love and have been driving for a while. I think Telford's been in that thing since season 1. Same with Rob's been in the Ferrari since season 1. So I think we're about to see the best of what these guys can actually do with these cars.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Last lap. I reckon Craig's definitely going to go for a bit of a shot at this.
I mean, he'd be silly not to, really. Yeah.
They're on the limit, though, and the problem is if he one small mistake and he loses the podium, so maybe he might settle here.
Yep. So this is white flag, I believe. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
I just haven't got the white flag yet, so I'm not quite sure. Maybe is there one more lap, possibly?
No, this is it. This is what I can see.
Okay.
I got white flag up last lap.
Okay, all right. So yeah, last lap here. Looks like Nathan will be the winner of this race.
Definitely
Looks like there's a bit of a battle back here for Chris and Pete. Chris does make it past.
All right, here we go. I think Craig's trying to line this up now.
And they're side by side.
The outside.
Oh no! And that's really unfortunate. So,
there
Yep.
goes the podium.
yep. So it locks a wheel, and then that's unfortunate for him. But now Telford's right in, and he'll be right there. Can he make it work down the straight here? Oh, and Rob loses it coming onto the straight.
Rob lost this last
And
corner.
Telford will go into second position.
Where's Craig? Is he going to be able to get back on this? No, he went way, kept going, did he?
Craig will still be in P4. So he'll cross the line now.
What a bit of last lap drama.
Mitch Brown will go P5, and Chris and Pete battling to the end here, so they're side by side going into the last corner. Looks like Chris has got some pretty serious damage.
Yep. Here we go. This is going to be a drag.
Drag race to the line here. Can he get it done?
Just.
And Chris just gets it.
Oh,
Just gets it.
Oh, what a bit of a last lap drama there. How's that for Rob putting up all the pressure the whole way? He just needed to keep that thing straight out of that last corner. But just
Yeah.
got out there. You can start to see the signs towards the end there. That bro, he was just getting a little bit loose, having those little switches. And,
Exactly. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
I know those feels.
Yeah. Yeah. What a race. What an absolute race. That was fantastic. I'm just going to chat to the guys. Just give me 1 sec. What a race, guys. That was fantastic. Really good to watch. If you have any issues or anything, just let me know. And yeah, thanks, guys. I'll see you next week.
Good job, boys.
Fantastic stuff.
Pretty surprised with that one.
What a race. What a race.
Yeah, I'll have to check the replay there, Craig. I thought I gave you plenty of room on the outside going into Canada, but I don't know. I have to look at it.
From that rear, it kind of looked like he bobbled on the braking.
Yeah, it's hard because the corners sort of turning as you go in. The line's pretty hard to pick. And yeah, my rears did pinch a little bit.
Interesting.
I had to go for it. I didn't know if it was going to come off, and obviously didn't.
All right, great
definitely,
stuff.
I know you were quicker there all race, so I thought, I got to throw the block in, see what happens.
All right, I'm going to have a quick look at the first
And then
lap
I threw it
here.
away on the last corner anyway.
Have a quick look at the start here.
Oh, don't look at me just sitting there like an idiot going, why isn't my car moving?
All right. So yeah, unfortunately, Craig had a bit of an issue. All good, Captain. I'll talk to you later, mate. Oh no, that's a real shame. So Chris just had a little bit of an issue, and then Telford went off turn 2. That's a real shame. Let's have a look at your start. I know you don't want to, but I definitely want to. Let's have a look at Thomas Bryden's start. Let's go on board with him. And the gyro cam. And everyone just goes flying past you.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, every practice session I'd been practicing my start a lot, and I had them absolutely nailed.
Yeah, yeah.
Turns out you got to have the first year.
Let's have a look at what happened with Craig there at the start. I'm not quite sure. Oh, he just had some pretty serious wheel spin there coming off the line. So, what a shame. All right, well, thank you everyone for tuning in to the round 3 of the Australian GTE Challenge. This video will be up on YouTube in the coming days, so if you really want to re-watch the fantastic battles, check it out. Thank you to my spur of the moment co-host Thomas Bryden. It's a shame you had a bit of a rough race, mate, but it is what it is.